So being an acquisitions editor is a very relational job. I've sometimes said I'm a professional schmoozer. It's partly knowing what you know and what you don't know. Inevitably, I'm going to be in conversations with scholars and graduate students who are working on subject matter that I've got passing acquaintance with, sometimes more acquaintance with. But it's listening and asking a lot of questions, trying to determine if the project that is being thought through and developed and the writing trajectory that this person is on is something that will grab a lot more people, that will be useful either in classrooms or really actually be a contribution that other people in the field or other people in more practical work, people who are pastors or ministers or activists, will find illuminating or challenging. And you develop an ear for that, but you, of course, you got to know what you don't know. So when something grabs you as a potentially interesting subject matter, over the years, being in so many conversations allows me to sort of cross-reference in my mind who I can follow up with besides the author in question to say, this is what I've run across. This is a proposal I'm looking at. This is something that I've come across and thinking about bringing to publication. What do you think about it? And very often you develop a community of friends who are either authors of yours already or people you'd like to publish or just people that you've come to know who know you're sort of part of this bigger project together of furthering knowledge and furthering contributions in theology and biblical studies and all these fields towards bettering the academy and bettering and equipping the church in all sorts of new ways. So that drives me a lot. In a way, I feel like I've never left school myself. I'm always learning. I'm always in conversations where the intersection of theology or faith or scholarship with another aspect of the human community, whether it's another faith or another subset. Like today, I was talking to a Korean scholar examining how theology intersects with key values in Korean society in ways that we would not articulate. But there are a lot, even in the West, of expats, from these cultures who would love someone to articulate that overlay in a way that makes sense to them. But I know that I'm not the one to say, the way you're framing it is just right. But I've developed friendships with other Korean or Asian scholars around the country who I know would be able to weigh in on this. So this is the joy of it, that I'm always discovering. And along the way, you find some gems that can be polished and published and will be benefit to someone. And I guess that's really what gets you going. Not just your own parochial interests, but that this expansive group of people in all sorts of places that are studying and scratching their heads and trying to find the place where their work intersects with something more important than just the manuscripts that they're digging at or the reading trajectories that they've discovered, but they want to extend it and offer something back. That's always fun, to be part of that, to discover alongside, to talk to other people who are part of that journey and who might commend it, go, yes, this is interesting, I've not seen this before, or I've never seen it framed that way. Could be very useful. And then to help bring that forward to publication, and with all that means, along with the team I work with, copy editors and typesetters and marketing people, people who do the covers, and people who figure out how to reach the community who's going to read this book. My small part is being ear to the ground and being able to catch it at the right time. And when that works, it's always nice. It's always special.